back in to Stage 2 of the Call of Duty World League Pro Division presented by PS4. Let's find out.
Well, stock going to be coming off the board immediately, and you think what we've seen, the aggressive, fast-paced nature, that would be something that they would want in the game, but they're going to take it off right away. You see the Mana War in Shiva coming off here. What do you think about that stock ban, Revan? Does that maybe...
I like it.
Yeah,
just change up the tempo, the timings of these players, throw them off guard a little bit, because they're so used to playing with stock and all these different games. You take it away, it affects how you're going to play with these guns.
So Overclock does make it through.
True.
And what else do we have? Kinetic's going to be in. You'll have smokes in as well.
Yeah. All the tacticals, yeah, you're right.
Those things are going to get fun on the telestrator, man.
All right, well, I'm looking forward to it because right now in terms of specialists, yeah, kind of the usual suspects knocked out. Camo gets knocked out once again. TK trying to make it as even ground as you can without having to deal with the little trickery that the active Camo can offer for both teams. So then, Revan, now that we have these tacticals, until now we were talking mostly about routes, but how do tacticals change how the map is played here for Capture the Flag on Breach?
I mean, first, when you're looking at like perk 3s, you really kind of want to run TACMAS just to be safe. I mean, just keep in mind, like when you're going to be pushing through like that bottom broken, we already know the main spawn, right? It's going to be right here where the square is. The players off respawn have two decisions to make. They could either overextend, as we know, and try to play for the return at the opponent's base, or they could rotate back. But now, because these tacticals make it through, you could rotate back with more consistency. You could stun up the flag. If the other team smokes through, you could still rely on, maybe they don't have tac mask on, and you could rely on those stun grenades to slow things down, buy yourself some time on the rotation back. We know the key positions to hold, right? You're looking at this top hut, you're looking at top AC to cut these players off overextension, but keep in mind, in the DT game, players are able to force their way through the overextension and fight for that flag. We know where things are going to be vulnerable, and when we take a look at the other flag, when we're attacking on like the 10 fence side, imagine some stun grenades to zone these players out from pushing through the cage's side of the map. When they're pushing through lab as well, you're trying to rotate back off respawn when they're spawning up back here. You throw some stuns back, you stop those players, or at least slow them down and buy your team time to rotate back and help you out at base.
Yeah, I really hope to see some clutch plays with those concussions coming in, with the tacticals in general, because that's going to, again, buy some time, maybe reset the tempo a little bit, and everything that we're seeing right now seems like it's going to favor TK more so than KingPapey, just because they're the ones who are going to be like, well, no, let's go back to square one, see how well you fare when you don't have the momentum already rolling in favor for like 1,000 miles an hour.
CTF comes down to usually a couple key moments. The crowd's behind TK. They've got some life. They have a little momentum. Can they come up with those just handful of monster plays to take this game forward? And then, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know that we have a series on our hands yet, but if they take this, we absolutely do.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. So now we are getting ready, loading into this map. It's going to be that Capture the Flag on Breach. TK just won the uplink. Are they going to make it a series, or does it lean back in favor of KingPapey? Let's find out as we go into game with Courage and Mr. X.
Things have begun to heat up here on the main stage, Matt. As Maven said, this crowd getting behind Team Kaliber. You and I were joking a little bit. It looks like Nelson and the boys there on KingPapey, they're a little bit of a villain. What's it like to be a villain in the Call of Duty scene, Matt? You got booed by TK fans once.
I have been the villain before, being on the side of what Nelson's getting right now. And to be honest with Jack, I loved it. Because you sit with your teammates and you kind of look out the crowd, everyone's cheering against you, and you just kind of bond together. And it's like, hey, there's only 4 people in this room, 5 people in this room that care about how we do in this series, and it's us. And if you can't rally around that point and get emotionally invested in your teammates, then you don't have the right people around you. And I think if you are KingPapey, you got to rally around that.
Well, you can see middle map presence early on did go in favor of KingPapey, but now it will be Fury charging up with this M8, and beautiful shots there to start this game off 3-0. He'll continue to play from these power positions near this construction side of the map. He's the furthest pushed up for TK. Loses that close-range gunfight, though. 2 examples, and one thing to point out yet again, stock getting banned on out. Still the same exact setup that you want to see from the boys of KingPapey if you're a fan of them. Royalty now with this ICR. A little bit of a different type of AR. Looks like he's playing more of an Octane type role for his team.
Yeah, in the ICR, you can get a little bit more aggressive with it. It gets a buff recently, so we haven't seen too many people use it in the Pro Division. I don't want to say, TK, they have to figure out what positions he's going to play with it, but with different ARs, you're going to play in different spots. You're going to have to get used to where you're going to be fighting Royalty in these engagements.
Oh, most certainly now as well. Example
just walked off the map.
Examples forgot that you need to stay on the map to have a chance at living. Unfortunately, tries to fall to the streets, and that's not going to work, as that's going to give TK, look at the 4 red arrows. They are just surging up the map, trying to get something done. Theory, his shot continues to look good. This is his best start to a game so far this series. 2 kills go in favor of TK. Theory now begins to execute towards this flag. He does get tagged up, but the trade should come in. Unfortunately, Sharper, the player behind him! Oh, it's the heat wave, though, with the help of Neslo. They've gotten the flag out. Embo's not watching the lower map cuts, and that might be an example, right? Where he just doesn't know the timings that well in CTF. Hasn't been playing these respawns near as much. Johnny's going to pull the flag, though. He's got a player right behind him. And boys and girls, this is going to be TK striking first here as they run this flag in.
Sharp, and this puts a lot of pressure on KingPapey.
I love how the crowd was scared to even cheer. Meanwhile, there was no one there until the flag was actually scored.
Yeah, he had that
you
one
never
home
know
by
with
a lot.
TK.
Yeah,
Somehow, Sharp might slide off the map, and everyone just falls, and then it's all gone to hell.
I've seen everything from Team Kaliber. Examples. They'll get in, try and get a flagpole, but at the same time, if you're KingPapey and you get really hype, you're trying to rub it in a little bit those first 2 maps. When things go wrong, you still gotta keep that talk up. You gotta keep it going. You can't get quiet, because once you start to get quiet, the other team can definitely hear it. They know you have them on the heels, and you're seeing it now in
Sharp
this series.
again has earned heat wave.
Yeah, Sharp. He has one guy around the corner. He's able to win that gunfight as well, and now Team Kaliber trying to move up the map. You're seeing more pressure put on by KingPapey, and Example's going to win that gunfight. He's quickly traded out by Neslo, and Neslo has all broken side to really just cause a ruckus. He can just run all the way down. He has a teammate support with him, and really good pressure in the opening moments from Team Kaliber.
Embo's doing what he can to play near this top middle area of the map. Nicely done sitting inside. How to get a player who just ran right past him. He'll try to get the kill with the RK5. Doesn't happen as of yet. We'll peek this one on out. Kill does go in favor of TK, but this is going to get awkward. A potential stalemate now coming in. Nelson has the flag. He's got heat wave as well. He can use that to his advantage, and I believe Neslo just used his kinetic armor. It's going to be Sharp with the last chance. He gets the kill. Teammate next to him. It's a kinetic armor, and it's a fail. Sharp with the return. 7 and 5. The Mullet Nation erupt as the hair on the back of their neck stands up.
That is a huge play by Sharp. Last one alive as a player directly to his left with kinetic armor. He's able to win that gunfight. That is a kill that definitely saves at least a score from KingPapey. If KingPapey were able to pick up that gunfight with Sharp, that was a flag cap with ease.
Flag does get pulled momentarily, unfortunately. Neslo not with the help of Sharp there at the moment. TK continue to hold their base. Theory and Embo's on the same page. Everyone on TK near positive at the moment. It's something you rarely really get to say with this squad. Definitely holding their own right here. But it's also more than safe to say that this KingPapey team do not look the same at all in the likes of Uplink and CTF map. Maybe under-practiced or just not comfortable in this game mode yet.
It's also TK on the favorable side, right? They're attacking over towards Broken. That's where we see a lot of the flags get scored. And I think if you're KingPapey, you kind of look at that and say, hey, we go into the second half and it's a 1-0 game. We don't feel too bad about it. And in theory right now, he's pretty weak from this one player in bottom lab. Example's able to win one gunfight, not going to win the second one against Neslo. Looks like nobody in position to make anything happen for KingPapey. So should be going into the second half with a TK lead, up 1-0. But if I'm KingPapey, I get with my teammates, be like, hey, let's shake it off. And that's not the worst first half. We've seen many of higher scores from the side that TK is on, and it's just one flag. We see a lot of times teams attacking Broken, you're able to get 2-3 kills off the start, and you're able to pull a flag out. So not the worst thing for KingPapey.
There's a look at the Team Kaliber squad. On the other side of things, though, KingPapey, you can see now the hype from the start of the series has kind of died down. This team, they're going to need a resurgence soon. Whether it's not in the CTF, they'll have to battle back in the S&D. I think it'll be very telling, Matt, if TK can not only win this game, but somehow win the Game 5 to go up in the series to see how they can wind up bouncing back. Off the start, we're watching examples as he gets towards his construction side. And when actually, as I say that, it does look like it's going to be Theory waiting with this scythe, watching over this construction side of the map.
It's going to be a very slow start here.
Someone snuck by.
Beginning of the second round, you see Example's able to get one. He's not going to be able to take the Scythe player out. That's a very difficult gunfight to win, and somebody's actually gotten by Palace. Foes should be able to clean this kill up very easy. Takes out Nelson.
I wonder how the TK communication is with counting players, right, Matt? I think that was something that just came to mind.
It's something very difficult. I mean, right? When you have a new player in, you're trying to count players off the spawn, whose responsibility that is, because you look Goons kind of like their last line of defense with the assault rifle, so whose responsibility is that going to be now?
It looks like Embo's is filling that role quite well so far, still has that Annihilator ready to use. Looks like Royalty has hit this lower middle wall run. Does have Afterburner, which will help him in the long run with that one. He's begun to peek this corner. Has spotted a player. How does he choose to challenge this one? Does it look like he's going to just hold this angle? Will win that engagement versus Neslo, and it's a 4-on-2 on the map right now. KingPapey looking to get their potential first score on the board. Another player's been spotted. Royalty will take down Sharp. Uh-oh, this is looking scary for TK fans.
Make a play.
Theory needs to go big, and the Tempest has been brought out by Royalty. Gets one. Has more.
Oh, it chains. It chains at least one other player, but Theory picks up a big two-piece in the spawn, able to shut down the push of KingPapey.
He's done this the whole game. He keeps doing this. And the amount of times Theory has gotten two pieces from the back of his base, it's huge. And Nelson, a guy who, once again, led the energy for KingPapey, was the guy yelling the most, getting the most hype, more than holding his own in the first and second games. Now double negative again. You need him to pull more weight if KingPapey want to come back in this game.
He might be pressing a little bit too much. You have some rough games. You were a leader in the first two. You're trying to make things happen, and you're just forcing things that aren't there. See, if he just plays a little bit of a slower game, thinks a little bit more, he's going to be able to get these kills a little bit easier.
Most certainly as Neslo tries to push up towards middle map. Oh my god, somehow wins that gunfight versus Johnny. Apparently Johnny's thumbs went away from him there as Neslo's going to flood on up. Heatwave gets used. He wins that one with kinetic armor. If he can pull this flag and somehow get it out, this could be a beautiful opportunity for TK to go up 2-0. Neslo, though, doesn't have help here as of yet. Will buy his team as much time as possible. Challenges the first player who comes to flood on in. Gets that first kill. He knows there's another one coming with the sight. Oh, this is such a key moment in this game, Neslo. How do you want to play it? He's going to challenge, and he gets the kill! The trade comes in, but it's Bose!
No, it's Bose that actually team kills him, so Bose actually going to go grab the flag. There you go, Bose, pick it up. And now he's going to run.
Bose struggles to pick up objective, it appears, as now this actually could all far apart for TK as multiple players are flooding in. Bose gets taken down. Oh my gosh, the spawn from Theory, though, he just got gifted by the COD gods.
Theory.
Player just behind him. Theory so much weighs in on just this one return. Doesn't happen as of yet. Neslo's giving away his position. He's got one player to beat just in front of him. But who is it off the spawn? It's Sharp again! His second big return of this game, and he gets going to go for another one, but it's not going to happen.
I was going to say that was a fantastic idea to bring that back towards the middle of the map by KingPapey. You did not have clear route to your goal. Going through Palace. They tried to reroute it through the middle of the map. Just not able to win the gunfights. You see Royalty winning another gunfight over on Bricks. And I tell you what, Jack, I mean, 1:35 to go, but I like the pressure KingPapey's putting on.
Oh, definitely.
TK is having to force all their players back to their own base. If they just get some gunfights to go in their favor, KingPapey's going to get a score here.
Well, Johnny's giving away his position. Sharp should trade that out. That's exactly what happened. Neslo going to overextend. Will try to go for this flank through Broken, and he knows there's multiple players in his base. Matt, do you like this decision from him?
If he doesn't get there quick and they get that player in the back, this is going to be a score. He's going to be able to get one. You see Theory picks up another. He's going to have a 1v1 engagement here against Example, I believe. And Example not opting to challenge him. He's just going to play some time, and Neslo wins the gunfight anyway. Big defensive stand from TK.
1 minute left.
They need to get aggressive, though. You can't turtle your base. We've seen TK do this before. You got to play aggressive. You can't play too defensive. You see Sharp trying to come through the middle of the map. Big kill there, taking out Johnny as Johnny was able to pick up one, but you see the pressure being put on glass side. Pressure
still coming on in. Oh gosh, many flashbacks. Phase TK. Flag on the side of the map. It's Heatwave again from Sharp. Heat waves from Sharp this game have been crispy. He's now even. Everyone on TK either positive or even in this game, something I rarely say.
If you're KingPapey, you get to about that broken area and you guys just communicate and get set up. TK is not going for a score. You win these gunfights, it is a flag.
It's not going to happen.
You got to go now, though.
One final chance. It's Nelson. Does get one kill. 15 seconds left. Oh, man, this isn't going to happen. TK! They're going to tie this series up 2-2, and this crowd is hyped. They're on their feet. TK, they take crucial games 3 and 4. Maven looks like he's at a loss for words, and you could see they're just staying calm. It's a big win, but they're not overdoing the celebration, Matt.
No, they know this series is not over by any stretch of the imagination. Obviously, the S&D and Hardpoint.
Look at Pramaj in the back.
Still to go. Pramaj here, cheering on Bose. But this series is far from over. If you are KingPapey, you guys need to just maybe go to the bathroom, throw some water on your face, kind of reset everything.
Throw water on your face. Take the Maven technique. Chobra, you look like you have some great questions lined up for Maven and Revan. Take it away.
Well, absolutely, because here's the thing. I mean, TK, we predicted that this might happen because guess what? It was just one. It's not like they were like, oh, we won uplink, we're going to go 5-0 on capture the flag. That's not what happened. And therefore, once again, they win, and they're like, keep it calm.
That's what I said.
Just one more win.
A couple key moments usually decide CTF. You saw a bunch of heat waves from Sharp that were crucial. That Imbos play I thought might cost them the